AnnaPro have sent me a couple of products for the Quest 3 to review, their battery head strap and their hard shell travelling case. Now, they did send me these for free, so I understand people are sceptical that I'm not going to be biased towards a positive review, but if you saw my last video on a free product, you'll see I don't always give a glowing review, and certainly in this case there is a negative I'll go over in a bit. But on top of that, look, I've got so many head straps now for the Quest 3. I think I've got 6 now. I don't need any more, and I'm certainly not making money out of this, so I've got no reason to give positive reviews unless they're warranted. So with that said, let's get on with the review of this product. And as I say, this is the battery head strap from AnnaPro, and I'll tell you right off the bat, you can get this delivered to your door in the UK for £43.20, and we'll go on the website in a moment and just check that out. So yeah, the important thing is it is comfortable. It's the same general design we see on a lot of head straps now, with the sort of central hinge there. The same sort of material you get on all the straps now that cups the back of your head nicely. Thick padded top strap. And yeah, it is comfortable. There's no excuse for them not being comfortable now. They've got the design down. The cable is long enough, more than long enough. I've done a little loop there to get rid of any excess cable, but that's just fine. No issues, it clips on fine. Yeah, and it's generally well made. Knowing that it's comfortable, let's talk about how long it lasts. So, both fully charged, playing Asgard's Wrath 2, which I would assume is putting it through its paces, so using as much power as necessary. It lasted 2 hours before the headset started dropping below 100%. So during all that time, this head strap was putting in enough power to keep the headset charged. It didn't drop below 100%. After 2 hours, basically 2 hours on the dot, playing Asgard's Wrath 2, then the headset started dropping. To put that in simple terms, 2 hours extra gaming with this head strap on top of whatever you get from your Quest 3. It's got 4 lights there, and you can press the button and it will light up how many, you give you an estimate of how much you've got left. So obviously 4 lights, I guess 75 to 100% and so on. The negative I have for me about this head strap is the dial. We're familiar with the dial system now, but loosening it is fine. The problem I have with is that to do it up, and I guess some people like this because they've done it as a design decision, because I asked them, is it meant to be like this? And they said yes, is that you can push it closed. Okay, so I can see the positive is that when I put it on my head, I can just put it on and then push it into the back of my head, and it does go to quite a snug fit. You could also just tighten it a bit, but don't really need to. The problem I have with it is I don't share my headset. It's just me using them, so I like to get it into a place where it's comfortable and keep it there. But with this, you might have it where you like it, but if I tilt it up, don't know if you can hear that, probably not, or if you can notice it on the video, but it's closing itself just under its own weight of the battery. Not really a problem. I mean, obviously you just then got to unwind it, but in pretty much every headset I've got, with every strap I've tried, I never really have to adjust that. I never loosen it to take it off, tighten it to put it on. I get it to a nice spot and I can always slide it onto my head in that position. But that's just me. So I guess some people like the fact that you can just put it on and close it. So to some people that might be a benefit. And certainly I guess if there's more than one of you using a headset, that might speed things up a little bit. So it could be a bonus for some people. So maybe it's not really fair to call it a negative. It's just a subjective opinion that I prefer a solid ratchet system to have to dial it to close it as well. It does close. You can hear that. That is tightening it. So you can get it on your head, push it, and then tighten it more with that. But you can't pull it open. You do have to turn it to open it. Right. So that's really it. Looking at it on their website, you can see. There it is. Now, ignore the price of £48 because there's always a 10% off code. It applies it itself at checkout, which I'll show you in a moment. But you can choose, look, you've got orange and blue. That's nice, I suppose. And just a general gump down there. It's a 6,500 milliamp hour battery, but the numbers, all the numbers that matter is the time, and it gives you 2 hours extra. Okay, so that's really the head strap done. Move on to show you there that in the end of the day it's £43.20, free shipping for this item to your door. And if there isn't a code added, that I didn't even put that in, that was automatically there. But if there isn't one, you could use my code, just SIMporium. That'll give you 10% off. Or if you want to click the affiliate link below, I'd appreciate that. Obviously, you don't have to. But there you go. So that's the head strap. Moving on to the travel case. This was quite surprising, really. They shipped it to me in this. I wasn't really too interested in getting it because, you know, it's not a particularly interesting product to me, not something I'd really use. But the surprise is how nice a quality it is. I wasn't expecting it, really. It's pretty much, I guess, as nice on a level with the official one I had for the Quest 2. They call it a leather case, but it's actually PU leather. You know, it's not real leather. But it is a nice finish. It's not 100% solid. I can, you know, squish it down a bit, but it's very protective. So I'd be happy to travel with it. The zip is much better than the official one was for the Quest 2. That was a finicky thing to grab. These have got nice big pulls on them. Zip it there. And there we go. You've got your netting bit here for your bits and bobs. Controller's sitting nicely in it on top. And yeah, nice design. It is what it is, really. If we just jump to the site for that now, you can see it's not 32 quid. It's a bit cheaper than that. We'll have a look in a moment. Got it green, black or grey. Obviously, this is the grey one. As you can see, it calls it leather carrying case. But if I scroll down, even says there, premium PU leather. Water resistant, crush resistant. And it does all fit in nicely. Here, it is what it is. And there you go. Get it for £28.80. But this one doesn't come with free shipping. I guess it's under the threshold. So if you were to get this on its own, you have to add on about £10 it is. So, yeah, 38 quid, 39 quid for this to your door. However, if you get both together, £72 for a battery head strap, which keeps it at 100% for 2 hours, plus your hard case, which isn't a bad deal. When looking on Amazon, you might be able to equal that, certainly not get much less. So in summary, the carrying case gets a thumbs up. I'm impressed with its quality and its apparent protective qualities. And the head strap itself too gets a thumbs up, with the one caveat being I personally am not a fan of how the ratchet system closes. But again, as I've said earlier on, that may be preferable to you. But yeah, otherwise it's a pretty decent head strap for 2 hours battery life at that price level to your door. Okay, so that'll do it really. Any comments or questions, drop below and I'll always try to answer. Otherwise, I'll catch you later. Cheers.